Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 7 yards the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Powerful running, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now Pollard. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up
Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A quick toss outright. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
10-yard line.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And we'll see if they can do it here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. This is taken at the 15. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. A big play here for the Bills. 47 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bills 14, Dolphins 7.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down, Miami.
Again, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
22, Matt Breida on the carry.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Trubisky. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to Devontae Parker.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's now second.
Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Down by Tre'Davious White.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
He's going to field this at the 4. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
From this vantage point, that seems like a pretty dangerous call, running a toss that close to your own goal line. I think what they were hoping is that they were going to get some pressure from the defensive front and maybe beat him to the corner and then turn upfield with a lot of yardage to run. Escaping the pressure right.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Second and 6.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Trubisky. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, it's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
final.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit.
And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Back now in Buffalo.
Dolphins.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy,
he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 78 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bills 49, Dolphins 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now back to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Pollard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy, his 2nd sack of the night. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
They'll take over.
And they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's 25 yards that time.
1st down, Miami.
Here's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The ball carrier.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a good illustration of setting the edges of defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Winds up and lets it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
10 at the 33-yard line. Tonight's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.